what is the real promise of Latin America? Let's hear about that with the major regional players. Please welcome the CEO of Submarino Viagens, Luciano Barreto. The CEO of Almundo, Juan Pablo Lafosse. And the CEO of ViajaNet, Paulo Nascimento. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you.
Tell us briefly about your services and your markets, and what makes you different.
Okay. Submarino Viagens is a full-service online travel agent in Brazil. We also have operations in Argentina. The company was founded in 2006. What makes us unique? I would say that for all these years, we are a travel brand of a major online e-commerce player in Brazil called Submarino. So we are able to leverage on the huge client database that they have. So recently, the company has been acquired by the largest tour operator in Brazil. So we will have several opportunities to explore in the short term. So I believe that we are going to be offering our clients several financing payment opportunities, a vast product offering, and that's it.
What about you, Juan Pablo?
Almundo.com is a mainly B2C multi-channel OTA that is operating in Argentina, Mexico, and Colombia. We're very focused on our customer experience, integrating both retail, online, and call center passengers. If I need to say how we differentiate from the others, I would say especially this, that we are really focused on customer experience, that we also have a very powerful loyalty program that is probably the one loyalty program within the OTAs in our region. We also offer a concierge service to our customers while they are traveling. And in terms of marketing, we are trying to do marketing in a different ways than others does. Where we're not just focused on the promotionals and pricing values, but we are trying to do really creative and dynamic campaigns that are really linked on the emotional side of our customers. So today we have a strong brand, and this brand is only just 1 year old. As a matter of fact, this is a company this was a traditional travel agency that we have converted in the last 2 years and taken it to become the second largest travel agency within Argentina, and on the B2C side also within the region. So that's mainly.
And ViajaNet?
It's a pleasure to be here, Carol, Lorraine. ViajaNet is a 6-year-old company founded by Alex Toders and Bob Rossato. They are here with us. ViajaNet is an OTA focused in air. Our specialized is air. We cross-sell hotel, we cross-sell cars, insurance, but we specialized in air. Everybody criticized air for a long time, saying that the margins are very low, things like that. In Brazil, the margins are amazing. We have 17% margin in the domestic market. We have something like 14% margin in the international. This year, we are growing 50% year over year. And more than that, I believe nowadays, we are the only profitable OTA in Brazil. We did a very deep work to turn around the company in the beginning, as all the startups burning money to growth at any price. But in 2014, we decided to change the strategy and focus on the profitability of the company. Our differentiation is, like many, a very good service. We have an NPS around 60%, and we have 40% returning customers. Some numbers that are important, our market investment nowadays is less than 40% of our revenues. Then the company is really lean and operating to give to our customers the best service in air.
Is that true? Is he the only profitable OTA in our country?
You know, like, not all the travel players disclose their information. I believe that the history of Submarino Viagens was a pretty successful history. This has drawn the attention of potential investors, and I believe that we are quite excited with the opportunities that we have with CVC right now, in terms of improving the top line of the company, also reducing costs in terms of eliminating the overlapping between structures. And I believe that you have to understand the right balance in terms of how much you want to grow, create a sustainable strategy for your company, and be successful. I quite agree with everything that Juan, Pablo, and Paulo said regarding, like customer experience. I believe that it's going to be the most important aspect of the business, how you deliver the best customer experience for our clients. And I believe that, like we'll see in the end when we have to fight the giants, like that they will come someday, maybe in the short term, who will be better prepared for this fight.
So what are the top 3 things you need to do to deliver that customer experience?
I would say that you have to invest a lot in IT, like to really review your process end-to-end and create a solution, the most automated solution as possible for the clients. You have to have also, in the case of Brazil, well-trained professionals, like assisting the clients in the call center and also in the after-sales. Yeah, call centers.
You also have a call center?
Yeah, we do.
For after-service sale, for after-services.
So we understand that this is it's a cultural issue in Brazil, and the clients, like we need to offer all the possibilities for the clients if they want to try the telesales or the site, and
That personal attention is still important in the region,
very
right?
important, yeah.
Absolutely.
So Latin America is not obviously one market, several markets, 2 dominant languages. How do you prioritize?
We are focused in Brazil.
Just Brazil.
Just Brazil. We have a small operation in Venezuela, but it's just a test that we have there, preparing us for the internationalization in the future. Then we focus in Brazil.
So no plans to go to Argentina or
Maybe,
Chile, any other?
maybe in 2 years. We still have a lot of room to grow in Brazil.
Yeah.
Juan Pablo, you mentioned that you're interested in moving.
Yeah, definitely. Our idea is to be open in Brazil next year, and probably another couple of Latin American countries as well.
And you mentioned Colombia?
We are in Colombia right now.
Colombia now?
Yeah, we are in Mexico, Colombia, and Argentina.
Okay. What can you tell us about the Colombian market? How is that growing?
I mean, we have just landed them, and they are doing pretty well. We are really very happy.
Yeah.
And the data that show that the OTAs, the Phocuswright data show by 2016 about roughly 10 billion or 10% of the travel industry. What needs to happen for that percentage to grow?
In Brazil, I believe the percentage is a little bit higher already. We need to offer to our customers a better services than the airline websites. And normally we are being able to do that. We develop tools, like in Brazil we have a tool called Quando Viajar, is when to travel, that shows 6 months calendar to our customers. We provide to them a very good mobile experience. 20% of our revenues already coming from mobile. The airlines normally are lagging behind on that. I came from airlines. I worked at Go at a zoo. They don't have money. Airlines is a complicated business. If you look Brazil now, with the devaluation of the real, the airlines are suffering a lot. And the first budget that they cut normally is online marketing, IT projects. Then we can provide to the customers a seamless experience online and a much, much better services in our call center for after sales.
Luciano, you've mentioned the giants. We know that Priceline invests in Hotel Urbano, Expedia in Decolar, there's Booking. How do we compete against them?
I believe that you have to understand the client's needs, like locally. I believe that the major advantages of the local online travel agents is to be very close and, like to really understand the client's needs, develop creative solutions that, like it's not easy to be replicated by the giants in terms of payments, in terms of fraud analysis, in terms of understanding the business rules of the commercial agreements of the airlines and developing your system, like so that you do not lose the automation in the process. So there is a lot of market expertise that you need, and of course that you have to develop several partnerships with other sites. We are, in our case, the B2B2C business model accounts for 20% of our business. We have developed a very powerful solution for loyalty programs. We are the official partner of American Express in Brazil for the redemption of the credit card holders. And also we have, we power the travel solution for the largest private bank in Brazil as well. Okay. So I believe that, you have to be creative, we have to, of course, that we don't have the same level of investments in terms of technology, but you have to be creative and adapt your solution to the client's needs.
Are the giants a threat in Argentina as well, Juan Pablo?
I'm sorry.
Bless you.
What do you say?
Are the giants a threat in Argentina as well?
Not really. As we were talking a bit later, I think the capability of delivering a much better service, that your value proposition to these customers is better, and I think that we are doing things better in comparison with the giants within our countries. That makes a difference. For example, we do have much better payment solutions. We have loyalty programs. We have a much better post-sale services, and we try to build up a brand that is closer to our local customers. So if things continue this way, and I think they will, we don't find them as a threat.
Yeah. At ViajaNet, we have a slightly different strategy with the giants. We decide to partner with them. We are the only partner of Google Flights in Brazil. We partner with Booking. We have a white label with them that is exactly the same experience that the customer has in Booking they have in our white label. Then we are leveraging our sales through those giants. They are our friends.
Gentlemen, I've got a question from the floor. Considering LATAM is at relatively early stages of online travel, and in mature markets you see a lot of lines blurring between OTA, meta search, travel planning websites, do you see yourselves just jumping a bit, fast forwarding your strategies and coming to where the evolved markets are, like literally leapfrogging over all the transitions that other companies might have been through?
Do you see fast forward moving faster than?
What we are seeing, at least us, the meta search are still arriving in Brazil. Now they are starting to look to Brazil. They don't have a big volume there now. The market in Brazil is a very how can I say, with very low penetration in terms of, at least for us, for air tickets. If you pick up some numbers, we have 200 million citizens in the country, and you have less than 100 million passengers a year. It's one travel every 2 years. In the United States, it's at least 4 travels a year per citizen. Then it's a huge market to grow, and I really believe that there is a space, there is enough room for all the different models, meta search, OTAs, meta books. We are talking about meta books now, and it's a huge market. Economy in Latin America and in Brazil, all of you know about that, is cyclical. Now we are in the downturn in Brazil, but for sure it will ramp up in 1 year, 1.5 years, and it's the same. You have now probably Colombia, Peru, Chile, they are doing very good, even Mexico, they are doing very good. Argentina, Brazil, they will recover soon. Venezuela will recover soon. And it's a huge market. It's important that the investors look to that. And many times, when we in the down, it's a good time because things are cheap in Brazil due to the exchange rate. Those countries with problems in the economy and the exchange rate changes have very good companies at very good valuations. Just taking into account, you know, Gol Linhas Aéreas. Gol Linhas Aéreas reached in the past almost $4 or $5 billion in valuation. Nowadays it's $300 million if you look at the market value of Gol.
So a huge opportunity that you can miss. So what, is it difficult though to innovate? I mean, because of some of the political pressures and some of the difficulties with the economy, and you know, how do you finding to innovate, and are you finding good talent?
You know, I think that, you know, these scenarios, you know, I mean, there are obstacles everywhere, but if we have to focus on what kind of obstacles we find out in our region, is mainly that changes, you know, are the rules. So we are like every day putting a lot of time and effort to solve those daily problems. So that take us opportunity to think on strategic on a long way, and that's what I would say.
I think you had one final question.
Yes, there might be companies here in the audience that want to explore further in that market. Any word of advice?
I believe that you have to develop a very good business plan, understanding, you know, like the particularities of the country that you want to enter. Discipline, you know, like it's a marathon. It's not a 100-meter race. You have, you know, like to be very cost conscious, you know, and develop an overall good strategy, you know, like to enter the market and follow up very closely on every opportunity that the market can bring to you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Luciano and Pablo, Paulo. Thank you.
Thank you.
A world of travel. Travel Guard. We're a world leader in travel insurance solutions and assistance. Around the clock, award-winning customer service in over 40 languages. State-of-the-art service centers around the globe. Global, innovative, customized. Travel Guard, for all the right reasons.
100 years ago, America's wild was protected, and the national parks were born. Join a team of modern-day explorers into America's great outdoors. Find your way back to the most awe-inspiring places that belong to us all. McGillivray Freeman's National Parks Adventure. Coming soon to IMAX and giant screen theaters.